History of the car, the year of it is a 1930 Ford Model A Coupe. I bought it back during COVID, at the beginning of COVID. It took me about a year to build it because I didn't have anything else to do during COVID. It was a stock car. It was kind of half put together. It was more of a basket case, custom built chassis for it. We used Speedway Motors frame rails and fabbed it up. It's got an 8-inch Z in the back. We swept the front end 2 inches, did a 6-inch drop axle, which gave us 8 inches on the front and then an 8-inch Z in the back. We put a 9-inch Ford Currie rear end in it with a 350 gear. It's got a Summit Racing 383 crate engine in the front. It's Billet specialty valve covers, 36 Ford headlights. We painted the car Auburn metallic, and then Todd Hansen from Wauseon, Ohio, did all the artwork for me. He did the striping and the art on the front and the artwork on the back. One of the features of the car is it didn't have a trunk lid when I bought the car, so we built a one-piece trunk lid and eliminated the lower sail panel. Did the interior in it, been driving it ever since.
All right, so behind me we have my 1930 Ford Model A sedan, and you guys interviewed my father. Now you get to see the spare parts from the coupe. We picked the body up in a barn in Youngstown, probably around maybe 2017, and it wasn't until we bought the coupe that I got all the spare parts. So the engine is stock 1930 Ford. The entire drive line, we modified the frame. We chopped 3.5 inches and channeled 5. It's actually got a conversion kit for a 78 Ford Bronco. It's got disc brakes all the way around. Same as the steering. The steering's actually rack and pinion out of a 78 Dodge Omni. Other than that, the car's just kind of bits and pieces here and there. A lot of metal work, all the wood's been taken out and steel has been put in. It's kind of got an inner skeleton to it. Interior's pretty minimalistic. It's kind of bare bones, your typical bare bones rat rod. Yeah, working with what I had, it was all the wiring's in an ammo can, no dashboard in it, and kind of pieced together, even the steering columns pieced together from spare parts.
What we've got here is a couple unicorns from Japan. I love the vintage JDM, and I was fortunate enough to be the new caretakers of these two. This is a Mitsubishi Colt Gallant GTO-MR, 1973. This is kind of a rare bird. There's only 2 or 3 in the country. It has a dual overhead cam, 1600cc motor. It's got a 4G32, which is this is the top line motor that's in these. These were built for racing, and they quite the rare form. So the motor on this Mitsubishi is one of the first dual overhead cam motors that Japan produced, and it's just a very fascinating machine, I think. A lot of people get confused by the Saturn embossing on this. In Japan in the 70s, what they did is they named all of the motors were astral names, so they were named after planets. So not Saturn like GM Saturn in the early 2000s. The Telltale, it has the Watanabe wheels, the MR badging. It's got the pillarless, which is very unique. It's 5-speed manual. This example in particular has all original interior. It's just a really cool machine. This is a 71 Isuzu Bellett GTR. Same era as the Mitsubishi. This is the first Japanese car with independent suspension, which is kind of rare. This has a dual overhead cam motor, 5-speed manual. There's probably maybe 3 or 4 of these in the country. The trim line, the Type R on this was intended for racing in the 70s, so that's what they were built for. The color scheme, they only did black and white or orange and black. The interior's all original, the motor's original. Another cool unicorn. I love JDM. I love vintage JDM. It's very cool.
All right, I'm Jay Davis. This is my 68 Saab Sonnet V4. There was 1,610 produced between 67 and 69. About 500 left on the planet today. Got a V4 engine made by Ford. It's a German-made engine. It's coupled with a front-wheel drive transmission that's a 4-speed on the column. In total, weighs about 1,700 pounds. That V4 is pushing out about 65 horsepower. I've had it for about 30 years. My dad was a Saab Master Tech, and the guy that we moved in down the street from us was a big car guy, and my dad got him interested in these Sonnets, and he ended up purchasing this one and another one and then a third one for parts. And my dad had one at the time, a 74, and they would work on them together, redid the floors in them and stuff like that. And when he passed away in '89, he left it to me. So essentially, it's my first car I ever had, and I still have it. I never got rid of it. I never really did anything with it till about 3 years ago. I got it running. Had it painted. This is House of Colors Cobalt Blue. Interior-wise, still needs some work. I had the seats reupholstered because you couldn't even sit in them, but it's just the inserts. The outsides are still original, but everything else, it's basically original how the car came. Originally, I think the car was white. But it's a cool car. It's very unique. You're not going to see one at another car show. If you do, let me know. I'd like to see it. And thanks for listening.